दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲಿನ
Hyderabad Punjab Express, Hazlewood Station, Netaji Bhavan.
That is it, my friends. Finals week is here. So excite, much excite. Hashtag. Hello and welcome to Voltas presents Cricbuzz Live. And I'm extra excited today because I have with me for a second time my dear friend, my leader, the one I respect, the one I revere, the one I pay obeisance to. Mr. Murali Kartik!
Hey! We are in the same frame. Main frame.
I love, by the way, I just want to tell you, Mr. Joy Bhattacharjya, who's also here in the show in the capacity of a sidecar in the Sholay motorcycle.
Yeah, it's okay. I am what I am. I understand my job.
I'm just a tire.
I'm just happy to be in the frame.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm just a tire. But he is the motorcycle. Can you see what subtle hints he's giving to the Cricbuzz management? That he hasn't received his checks. Yes? Sarga. Just
Call Digvesh and get it done.
It's happening. Today, one of them is going to get a bonus because they get like 5 days off. Chill out. Win today. Just go to Ahmedabad and just relax. Take it easy. Enjoy the sights. Enjoy the weather, the wonderful weather of 48,000 degrees in Ahmedabad by winning this game, which is happening in New Chandigarh. The qualifier, number one, Punjab playing RCB. Both teams have not got their name on the trophy so far. I love it. Kartik, I love it. It's so exciting for me because it's not like we have anything against the teams that have performed really well till now or won the trophy. I think for a league, it's really important. For fans, it's really important that you get a new name on the trophy.
Yeah, and they've been eternal optimists, isn't it? Especially RCB.
Yeah.
They have been the ones with unconditional love. We've been to Punjab, there have been times where they've not had the kind of support which RCB gets.
Yeah.
But come what may, rain, thunder, storm, whether RCB plays poorly, plays well, even if you say, as supporters, pundits, if you say something about RCB plays, the entire army jumps on you.
Correct.
So I think that is the kind of fanfareship they have had right through. So they deserve their team to be victorious. Punjab, on the other hand, a new captain again. He might feel that he wanted to be on a certain plane, but he's not. What he did last year with Kolkata Knight Riders, what he has done with DC, where pipped at the post. So he will be eyeing at or gunning for a trophy. So yeah, it makes for great viewing.
Yeah.
Battle of the Reds.
Battle of the Reds it is. But there is a very important point, Joy, that Kartik makes about unconditional love. Because the Punjab fans also have unconditional love for their team, but after 2 or 3 drinks, that becomes conditional. Right?
Absolutely. And if you look at it, Punjab has an even larger diaspora. I mean, where in India will you go without meeting a Punjabi, or in the streets of London, or in the streets of New York?
Not even in the studio. You
Or
can't,
in the studio,
you can't
exactly.
go far.
There's one Punjabi in the house.
So I just think they haven't put together 2-3 seasons to make them a proud team as yet. So, if they get 2-3 seasons together, I'm telling you, the Punjab diaspora that you have, it'll really become a club that, give them a legacy to be proud of, and you just see the Punjab fans coming.
I have 2 friends, Punjab fans, one who lives in New York and one who lives in the UK, who every time Punjab wins a game will slip me a message saying, look, this is our season, look, this is our season. So I feel that it's been hard. It's almost like sometimes I tease Arsenal, I tease Punjab fans and I say a bit like Arsenal fans, right? Kind of not even in contention. I love the fact, because RCB is not that way. RCB for the last 5 seasons have actually been the most consistent team, right? But Punjab has just not been there at all. So I think from them not being there to now catapulting themselves to number 1 on that league table, not having, as we pointed out last night, 2 defeats in a row. They haven't had 2 defeats in a row. They have played aggressive cricket. They've not changed their team. It has been very un-Punjab-like.
Yep.
Because Punjab was known as being knee-jerk.
Yep.
You lose 2 games and then suddenly everything changes, team changes. You've got 14 captains, 15 coaches. I like the fact that has changed.
Owners as well. So it's like, so there's lots of things.
But they don't change.
No, they don't change. Yeah, no, right. And one more thing is that they've invested in youth. They've invested in names where people won't be saying, oh, these are fancied names. Yes, Priyan Sharia did well. Yes, Simran has been retained by them a few times. Yes, Nehal Vadera we've seen in the IPL. But these are not household names, so to say. Shashank has done well. So they've invested in them. They've given them a new lease of life. You can see the way they're playing, the way they're expressing themselves. They've been led by a captain who's one, as we have been saying, he's one of the lads. He doesn't have the big armband saying, I am the captain, look at me, I need to get these special benefits. He's one of the boys. So everybody's rallying around him. Again, for every team, you need the captain and the coach to be on the same page. Yeah,
and they are. You know this from the auction. Yeah. We know this from Delhi days, actually. Yeah. It's very famous. And I've seen them actually together, where Shreyas really respects Ricky. Ricky really respects Shreyas. And that's so important. And that's another thing that we haven't seen happening in Punjab for a long time.
And Indian batters, Indian players doing well. Indian players rallying together. Think of it. We had Glenn Maxwell, whom they gave a lot of chances or a big rope. He didn't do well at all. Then they gave a chance to Josh Inglis, and the way they have used him in different stages, different ways, has been spot on. Good that somebody like Marco Janssen did really well. He forged a great relationship or alliance with another left armer. So it's been really good. But again, on the basis of, as you said, consistency in selection, consistency in what has been portrayed and communicated.
Yeah, and Joy, I just want to add one thing to that, and then we'll come to the toss in today's game. The thing with Shreyas, and a few of these instances have now popped out. One was Ricky talking about Simran before the season began.
Exactly.
Then Shreyas, what he did with Shashank in the first game. He's on 97 on the other side. And he just stays at the non-striker's end for the entire over because Shashank is bashing the bowling. And later Shashank comes and says, Shreyas told me, just try and hit every ball for a boundary. And he says it even gave me more confidence. Obviously, it's a team game at the end of the day. Because I'm thinking of it. Now, let's put ourselves in Shashank's shoes, right? Shashank's shoes. Sean Connery would trip over that statement. In Shashank's shoes, you're a young player, but not a young player, but you're an uncapped player, inexperienced player. Here's your captain. He's on 97. The human reaction is, let me take a single. And not blaming Shashank for it. Not blaming anyone for it. Just you just feel like, oh, that's my captain and my partner. Let me play a single. Let him. But that's one ball less when you're in form. That could have been cost them 3 runs or 5 runs. And then your captain walks down and says, buddy, don't worry about my 100. See ball, hit ball. And he takes, 20 in that over or something, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And they win that game.
First match, and they're setting a target. So it's not
and a statement.
Yeah, and not only that. It's not even that you are 5 runs less, somebody's going to tell you that, oh, you were 5 runs less or something. Because you're setting, okay? It's not that you're chasing and you'll fall short. So it tells you something. And, I always remember this story. We were once playing the Deccan Chargers. This was in 2014. And
just for newcomers, we means the time that Joya spent with the Night Riders.
Yeah, sorry.
We. Please.
Yeah, KKR was playing Deccan Chargers. And at that point in time, there's a, India bat, I'm not going to take names out here, who was batting. And he was batting beautifully and the game was in the balance. Still he came close to 50. And what happened after that was very interesting. He slowed down and we immediately knew that the game was KKR's. And I'll tell you why the person slowed down. It's not because that person is necessarily a selfish person.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what happens in teams. When you have no clarity about what to do, then you play for your stats and for being retained next year.
Fair.
When the team gives you clarity that, boss, if you get out, it doesn't matter because we know you're batting for the team, you will go for it. That's the difference.
I like that.
So it's not that the player is selfish when he's, slowing down or, giving the strike to the other guy. He's just thinking, dude, I don't know how this team is reacting. Let me play for next year. Let me put my stats for next year.
Clarity of communication.
Absolutely. Here I'm told, dude, go for it no matter what. And my captain is telling me here and here.
Both Kartik and me, while Joy was telling that story, was running the roster in the squad in our minds, right? Which is the player. Have you figured it out?
No, I've not. But this is something which I always talk about, GK, and especially in a format as dynamic and volatile as T20, is that if you start dropping players for playing for the side, so the next time he comes back and the next time you pick him the team, he's going to be playing for himself.
Great point.
He's never going to be thinking, oh, team first, because you have chopped him when he was trying to do something for the side. The next time he's only going to think about himself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Let me tell you what's happened in New Chandigarh. RCB.
New PCA Stadium, New Chandigarh.
New PCA Stadium, New Chandigarh. New winner perhaps on the trophy. New qualifier one with the 2 new teams as 1 and 2. Punjab and RCB. RCB has won the toss and chosen to chase. They've chosen to chase. But the interesting thing is that Rajat Patidar is fit for this game. You remember, he has played in the previous games, was an impact sub, so he hasn't fielded. He's not entirely fit, but he's fit, he's well. So things are coming together for RCB. Now, one question as we show the team. Hazlewood in or out? Come on.
I think he's in.
Mera piya ghar aaya. Oh, Ram ji, mera.
But Liam Livingston is also there. So basically, they have axed Tushara for bowling well.
Nuwan, that's right. We will get to that in just a moment because we discussed this a lot the other day with Harsha Joy and me. We discussed this in the preview. But there you go. The team is exactly the same as the previous one, which won the last.
This is their bowling team, right?
This is their bowling team. Josh Hazlewood comes in place of Nuwan Tushara. And in the impact sub, they will get one player in. Who will that be?
Mayank
Agarwal, perhaps.
Which is interesting because Mayank Agarwal is a gun fielder. I mean, I would have kept him out in the field. Anyway.
Yeah, but then who else would have not been in the field? When you look at that team again,
Good question.
everybody else has to.
Everyone else is, yeah.
Because I looked at that
captain,
11.
Yeah, Patidar is captain.
So the bowlers obviously have to be there. And out of all of them, there is nobody left. Because everybody there bowls, including Liam Livingston. Jitesh is the keeper.
Correct.
So it's either captain or Virat or Salt.
And Phil Salt is again a good fielder.
He's again a gun fielder, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair point.
And is also kind of your backup keeper in case something or the other.
True.
Something that happens. We'll show you the Punjab team as well. They are going to be batting first. Doesn't seem like there'll be any changes there. Just the one forced one, which is Marco Jansen has gone back home. So, which means that Azmatullah Omarzai comes in his place. Here's this is their batting team. So they will get a bowler in, and we'll look at their impact sub. It'll be there's no Chahal. Still? Come back to the 11. There's no Chahal there.
There's no Chahal there. There was only Harpreet Brar.
Yeah, there's no
so there must
Chahal.
be
We'll come
injury.
back to that. Yep, no Chahal.
Still no Chahal.
Wow, with batting up till number 10.
Yep.
Kyle Jamieson or Harpreet Brar.
All of them can bat.
Come
Kyle
out
Jamieson
to
is an
at 10.
all-rounder. Yeah,
So
correct.
one of them would come at 10. Both good bats.
Yeah.
See, this is what we were talking about last time. That would the teams choose to pad their bowling or choose to pad their batting going into a big game like this? Both teams have chosen to pad their batting.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Otherwise, Tushara for Livingston would have been a possibility.
Yeah.
In this case also, they could have played the extra bat.
Yeah,
I'm just
extra bowler.
wondering, extra bowler. Sorry,
They're gonna play the
extra bowler.
yeah.
Sorry.
So you'll
Market
either
would
get
have come.
Praveen Dubey or Vijay Kumar Vishak,
Vishak.
depending on what they see
Yeah.
the conditions being.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay, listen, you can make your teams as well, real quick. Do it on Cricbuzz 11, the app. You can download it from the Play Store. There is a grand prize of... keep going. 4 crores. That's right, that's a grand prize. And there's a first prize of 1 crore. So if you're a newcomer, yeah, you can get a chance to win that. So Cricbuzz 11, download the app and the Play Store. No. Okay, excellent. Big game. There is obviously Punjab and RCB, as we've told you. It's the first qualifier. You win, you go straight to the final. So those are the givens of this mathematical equation. Punjab is going to be batting first. Is this an advantage, Joy, for Punjab? Because we always talk about big game, bat first, less pressure. You can bat the other team out of the contest. But again, as I always do, point and counterpoint. The counterpoint is when you come chasing at 230, you don't mind chasing because your team is confident saying, go on, Punjab. Do what you can.
Absolutely.
We can chase anything.
And I wouldn't say it's an advantage because first it's been put on me. The opposition has won the toss and put me in. So it's not as if the opposition knew full well and had the option of batting first or allowing me to bat first. And they took the option of saying, we think we can chase anything. We are confident chasers. And we've packed our side with batters. And we think we can do it. I think the second thing they're looking at is they think that if Punjab has a weak suit, it's the fact that they've lost Marco Jansen, who is one of their important bowlers. Chahal is not there, Jansen is not there. So 2 of the 5 bowlers who they would have at the start of the season expected to play in vital matches are not there.
Yeah.
So if I want to attack, I'd like to attack their bowling.
Okay, well, remember there is a chase master for RCB. We call him the chase master, and he's a player to watch out for, powered by Vida. We are talking about Virat Kohli, like his IPL career, his career. And Vida's range both seem absolutely endless, keep going on and on. He's had a 973-run season. That was almost a decade ago. And he's had a 600-plus season again. This is just, it's insane. Like, it's just... He throws them out like you with your, precious watches and stuff. He's just got so many.
He's given you another one.
He did. He did. He gave one to Amit Mishra and he gave one to me. Apna time aayega. Aa gaya.
When you look at Virat Kohli, it's just interesting because somebody like him, he's just driven. I think the middle word for him should be driven and passionate.
Yeah.
That is what he is. And that is something which he talks about. Till the time he hangs up his boots, it's all about that drive, which is his motivating factor. Every time he walks out, whether it's training or whatever he does, there is that percentage in improvement that he wants to see in himself. And when you look at him, there have been a lot of people talking about his strike rate. And just think of it. We were just talking about this off air. There was something which was a sort of a barometer. It was called the Basra, which was batting average, strike rate aggregate. And that was supposed to be 150. Just think of Virat Kohli and his Basra, which has gone up over the years. Virat Kohli, when he wants to chase, he has got a mathematical formula, whatever formula you want to say. That is why he's the chase master.
That's right.
But
And let's not even look at the strike rate while chasing. Let's look at the strike rate while setting.
Yeah,
and
that is
what's
something
beautiful.
which he has
evolving.
worked on. Yeah, exactly. That is something which he has worked on. Again, there have been times where you also have to remember, you're only looking at it in a very isolated fashion. But Virat Kohli, if he's got the batting firepower behind him, he can go a bit harder. It's like the times when Sunny Ji used to feel that when we went abroad, he was the only main batter because many people didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
So you're thinking twice before playing a shot, isn't it?
True.
So when your middle order is slightly hollow or slightly porous, so to say, then you're thinking twice before hitting. Right now, this year and the last 2 years, you look at the batting order that he has had with the likes of Rajat Patidar coming in, Tim David contributing. There's been a lot more firepower in that RCB batting as well.
Yeah.
So you are actually freed up to go and play the kind of shots which you can because you can do it at will. So you have to look at it from that point of view as well. Why was Virat Kohli batting in a certain way? And at the end of the day, it's about consistency and he's been absolutely amazing.
And here's the thing, right? He's also, as you see those strike rates evolving, it also shows you that Virat has just always stayed ahead of the game. He's ahead of the pack, much like the Vida, right?
Absolutely.
Ahead of the pack, top of the class. And that's what he does. Because the game is changing every year, you see strike rate is improving every year as well because that's the need of the hour. The scores are increasing.
I mean, that's it. It's his LeBron James type longevity. 20th, 21st year, LeBron James is still NBA second NBA team.
Yeah.
And what I want to talk about is, let's look at the great IPL batters. Okay, you have Chris Gill, okay, and Gill 18-19 has finished off and gone. But I can say, okay, Gill is at least senior to Virat Kohli. Look at the others. David Warner, Suresh Raina. They're literally contemporaries of his, okay?
Yeah.
And if you see David Warner's last season, he didn't play all the matches. He played about 8 matches, got 200, 300 runs.
Faded out effectively.
120, 30.
Yeah.
Suresh Raina, similarly, 160 runs in his last, IPL, a shadow of his former self, okay? And at the same age, this guy is still going on and setting records and getting 600 run seasons.
What a great point.
So when his contemporaries are have faded out 2-3 seasons before him, he's still on and is still giving you 600 run seasons and is still the cynosure of the entire opposition, saying that, okay, we've got to get that guy.
Yeah. And again, getting the runs quick, like the last few games, his strike rate has actually been 170, right? So you see when, that's why he's the player
The previous
to watch out
game, he
for.
was 220 at one stage.
Yeah.
Before he lost Phil Salt and it had to drop down. That's what I'm talking about. See, that is one. One is his longevity. That is. But the thing is, you have to think of a main player.
Yeah.
He has to change his thought process based on the team he has as well.
Yeah, well, that's why he is always our player to watch out for, powered by Vida. Virat Kohli is going to be chasing again today. So, we're excited. Excited to see him. I'm just excited about this game. I love this game because, again, I've been saying this I think I've pretty much been saying this for about 7 or 8 seasons, that we need a new name on that trophy, right? We need someone, it just spices things up. And I guess a league evolves and a league grows up because we sometimes forget, even though this is a world-class product, the world is looking at it, and obviously, it's become one of the most talked about things in the world, not just the sporting world. The fact that this league is only 18 years old, and Joy will tell us that compared to other leagues, this league's a baby. Compared to the top leagues of the world.
Oh, absolutely.
This league is a baby.
Absolutely. You're looking at the Premier League, which in some form or the other has been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
NBA, which has been around for 75 years. Baseball, 80 years. One more point. All those leagues have 7-8 month seasons.
Yeah.
You give the same kind of impact in within 2 months. That is unbelievable. And see, that's the greatest thing about this league is the fact that even now in the Premier League, top 6 versus the rest, normally there are 6-7 teams that dominate. This league is the one league where year 1, Bangalore came last. Okay, Deccan Chargers was second last. Next year, they're fighting for the trophy, 2009.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
And that's what been consistently. Every team can beat. What happened in the last week before the last 4 qualifying match?
Yeah, the games leading up to playoffs.
Correct. Except for match 70, in each match, basically a team which was not
E beat
qualified.
Q.
E beat Q.
Yeah. That happened in every game. And that's why we love it. All right. Punjab batting first. I'm going to ask Murali Kartik this question because I want to see whether you would do that strategically when these teams played before. Every bowling unit is thinking, how do we stop this opening combination, right? Priyansh and Prabh Simran, how do we stop them? Bangalore used Krunal Pandya to stop both of them. He got both their wickets, trying to hit him basically straight over the bowler's head. He would get caught by Tim David. Would you bowl Krunal in this high-pressure game, crunch game? Would you risk him in the power play and roll that dice again?
You're preaching to the choir, sir.
Yeah, yes.
I would. The first thing I would do is hand him the ball before Arshdeep does.
Wow.
Because that is what they're used to. They like playing face. They like facing pace.
No, but before this one.
For both of them. Before Arshdeep, I will hand the ball. Oh, sorry, what am I saying?
Yeah.
Before Josh Hazlewood, I'll hand the ball to Krunal Pandya.
Yeah.
That's saying, please go and have a bowl against these two because that is what they want. They're expecting pace. And somebody like Krunal Pandya, with his change of angle, with the kind of fields that he bowls to, I think that is the best thing you can do. The first over, I don't mind the second over too. But the first over is something which is a go-to because you are taking them by surprise. And this is something which I've always loved. Look at the number of instances when a spinner has taken a wicket in the first over as well.
Yeah.
So I love that concept.
Yeah, and that could really actually hamstring them because Punjab has relied a lot on this opening combination. This opening combination has been amazing. In fact, there's another Shreyas story here as well, which we heard was that original plan after the auction, we all thought that Prabh Simran and Josh Inglis would open. And it was Shreyas who saw Priyansh Arya batting in the nets and said, we want to send this, well, he's not a kid. I think he's 25. He's not a kid. But send this inexperienced player up to bat, and it's been so successful.
Yeah.
They've both had 400 plus seasons. Prabh Simran almost 500, and look at Priyansh's strike rate. So he has literally been killing games in the power play.
Absolutely, and his ability to cleanly strike the ball is unbelievable. And I think that's the reason why what he's saying is so important. That get somebody like Krunal Pandya to attack him because if you're going to give him normal pace, I think what I've also seen over these last 3-4 matches, especially towards the end, is also he's maturing. He's not trying to hit every ball out of the ground.
Yeah.
And he's going to mature faster than, say, a Suryavanshi. Why? Because simply he's a 25-year-old guy.
Yep.
The testosterone will work in a different way in his head. So he learned faster. So I think he's adapting very fast to the game. But I'd still try and take him by surprise because he is a weapon for them, which nobody had expected from the auction.
Yeah, and they're great against pace.
Yeah, they're very good against pace. And just
they love the ball coming on.
Whatever games we have covered, the times where they've been hamstrung slightly or somebody's managed to peg them back is when they've faced spin. And against pace, they're just literally hammering the pacers. They're just whacking everything out of the park. So this is possibly a way of stopping them. And why not when they're on not, both of them? You're on 0-0, get somebody like Krunal, who's a canny bowler himself, who'll use the angles. And somebody used to bowling with the new ball. See, sometimes you throw a ball, and especially the new ball, to somebody who's not used to it, it's tough. That's why I'm not saying Suyash. Suyash, with the kind of control you want, you don't want him. But Krunal, the angles, working with the angles.
The bouncer.
So he will do lots of things. He's unafraid to try those things. And that's one of the reasons spin, Krunal, good ploy to use against these two.
See him bowling 2 overs in the power play maybe?
Depends. I would not expose him back to back because after you bowl 6 balls, you're actually getting yourself lined up by the batter.
Okay, so just bowl the 1 over, maybe the first or the second, and just
first preferably.
I like the way he's still protecting his spinner because he's right,
It's a fair call.
No, for any bowler, unless and until it's ragging, spinning square or seaming all over the shop, you don't want...
they're saying this pitch could take turn. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? But then,
actually, I feel really advantage Punjab as well because you look at the record of Punjab, it's not been great at Mullapur. They've tried to correct it. It was not great in Dharamshala either. They managed to correct it. At the times they have batted first in New Chandigarh, they've actually done well. In fact, in one of the post-match presentations, I remember Shreyas Iyer saying, maybe this is our template going forward at home.
Yeah. Interesting though. And that's why when I look at RCB, and we discussed this actually, Joy, the other night in the preview, was when Nohan Tushara bowled so well, and we said Josh Hazlewood will come in, would you be aggressive? Because again, when you add a bowler, that's the aggressive option, not hitting 250, right? So would you just take a batter out, which is Liam Livingstone, got a first ball duck the other game, came back after so many games, would you just leave him in the team? Right, leave Nohan Tushara in the team and get Josh Hazlewood in place of Liam Livingstone. They haven't done that. I would have actually loved it if they did that, because then your bowling would have just been shining like a diamond.
Yeah, look, I think what they're trying to do is say that, this is a template that's worked for us. He's at one end, Yash is at the other end. Maybe we bring in Kunal once in a while. This is how our bowling operates. When I bring in Tushara, my plans change. And then a lot of things go out of place. And sometimes it's just a matter of sticking to a consistency. He's the kind of guy who will give you a lot of dot balls. Now, if you have one guy who's giving you dot balls, somebody else is a spinner probing in the beginning, perhaps it's better. I'm with you on the same thing. I feel that Tushara would have been a more attacking option.
Yeah.
But I think they have decided to go for, okay, this is what we do and this is what we are used to.
It's worked the whole season.
Yeah, let's not move.
So why add another option and cause confusion? Because it's almost like when you have too many luxury watches, you're like, which one do I wear, right? It's just too many, so just have one or two. That's not a dig at you. That's a dig at me. Anyway, but what would you have liked? Would you have liked that to happen, the additional bowling option? And because again, with what we are saying, Romario Shepherd still comes at 7. That's good.
Look, the idea behind what they're doing right now is, we have spoken about this, they started well. The middle order was giving runs, DDP contributing in the odd occasion, and then Rajat Patidar started well, but then that form has tailed off. Last game, it was a special innings from Jitesh which won them the game. Otherwise, once Virat went, the mountains were getting steeper and steeper.
Yeah.
It's a special innings from Jitesh and wonderful support batting from Mayank which got them the game. So I don't think they are entirely sure about their own batting. Yes, Liam Livingstone hasn't fired at all. But at the back of their mind, they still know he can come good. It is that thing, he can come good. If he comes good, he's a dangerous player. He also gives us options with off spin and leg spin. He's a good fielder. Although I understand what you're saying, and part of me was thinking, why has he been rewarded for bowling so well that he got chucked out? Yeah. So why could they not back their own batting, the ones they've picked, to do a job? And in a high pressure game, you got one more option of bowling. And this is the problem. Most teams end up wanting options in batting, but only want to go with those 5 or 6 regular bowlers, whereas you want that extra option in bowling as well.
And we've not seen that work this tournament. You've seen teams that are going with 9 batters. Today, Punjab has gone with 10 batters.
But all of them do something. They're good bowlers as well.
Yeah, it's just, everyone is, and it just keeps taking me back to the
Stoinis can bowl. Stoinis has not been underutilized as a bowler.
Absolutely, and they're going to get one more bowler in on this.
All-rounders.
Yeah.
If you look at Stoinis, Omarzai, Harpreet, Jamieson, they're all rounders.
Yeah, that's what they did, right? At the auction, they stacked themselves with all-round options. But just keeps taking me to what Ajay Jadeja said on Cricbuzz Live many years ago, where he said, batters win you games, bowlers win you trophies. Right? That's what happens. I can't believe that this game, this show has gone by so quickly. I just suddenly looked at it and said, wow, the game is about to start. That's quite crazy. What's a good score? When you are batting first, you're looking at a team in the rearview mirror that has just got 230 48 hours ago. What are you looking at in your head? Can you overthink and go, oh, geez, man, 220 is not enough. Let's try to get 250, because we all know that's recipe for disaster when you go in thinking like that.
So I think, look, I still think they'll tell themselves 230 a chase happens once in 10 matches, 15 matches. If we can let's try and target a 200, target there, play to that. And then if the batters are there, that 200 can always become a 215, 220. You don't, in your mind, you don't tell yourself, I have got to get 220. You tell yourself, okay, let me get close to 200. Let me bat according to that. Then if my batter's there, I have 3 in the crease, Shreyas comes in, plays something special, Stoinis comes in, hits 40 or 15 balls. That can always happen. They have those kind of players. So I don't think they'll put too much pressure, especially on 2 guys who are uncapped right at the beginning, saying this is the strike rate you need.
I don't think, but these guys, I know they're all uncapped players. they haven't shown an ounce of pressure and they finished top of the table. So I don't even think that that's something to worry about for Punjab fans.
I think that is exactly what the culture has been over there. As you rightly said, some of them, nobody knew of. Prabh Simran has reinvented himself. Priyan Charya has been a breath of fresh air. Nehal Vadera has been really good. So all of them actually, I don't think they feel that. They've played like that. And also for me, just think of the last game. I think 227, which RCB chased down. I think that's their highest chase ever.
Yeah,
in 18 years, if I'm not mistaken. I think that is something which came to me as I was going for the post-match presentation.
Yeah.
So I don't think they've done it. It's not gonna. It's not happened in such a long time.
Lightning doesn't strike twice in the same
third
place.
highest chase in history.
Yeah,
on IPL
exactly,
history.
exactly. So
Lightning doesn't strike.
So I
same
think
place
as Punjab, for what they have and what they can do, if they, I think they'll be happy with anything around 200 or just in excess of 200.
If that's about where they need to be.
Okay, then quickly tell me your score guess. Quickly. I'm going with 209.
198.
204.
Oh, come sit in my lap, won't
Now I was always thinking 203, 204.
Okay, 209, 198, 204. Give us your questions, sir. I just want to remind you that much like the last game, where a chase has happened once in the history of the IPL, the highest chase.
You're going to get two.
I got one right.
You're going to get two in a row.
Ah,
Take a look.
unlock it a law.
This batter hit 5 consecutive sixes in a specific Indian cricket venue within 7 days. Some for his country, some for his T20 league franchise. That means he's played for 2 different entities, a national side and the
I know.
Name the player on the ground.
Too easy, yeah. What are you doing? It's a qualifier. Bring your A game,
Qualifier.
please.
It's not
If
an
a
eliminator.
If a backbencher like me can get it, then it's too easy. You're slipping.
It's a fun question. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
I'm sledging him again.
I got really...
I'll tell you, you tell him anything about any aspect of him, he doesn't mind. You tell him your question is weak. Can you watch him crumble?
Yeah.
It's like, how have you insulted his superpower?
That's what I'm saying. You would have been the worst exam paper setter for the two of us. We would have failed every time.
Exam? You mad? I don't even show up when you sing. At least you're attempting it. I'm not even attempting it. All right, we're going to scoot out of here. We have 2 teams that have a big exam today. But remember, this, unlike any other exam, if they don't pass, they get another chance. They get a repeat paper to clear this
Suppli.
exam.
They have a suppli, as they call it.
A suppli.
Supplementary, they call it. Supplementary paper. Repeat,
Please say full word, okay? This is a very cultured show. We don't use this slang, okay? Please, babes. All right, Tote's going to go now. And we're going to see you at the end of the 10th over with the Cricbuzz Combox. So do join us then from Bhattacharjya, Murali Kartik and Gaurav Kapur. It is for no reason a very ominous goodbye on Voltas Presents Cricbuzz Live. See you later.
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ ಚೆನ್ನೈ
Hyderabad Punjab Express Railway Station Netaji Bhavan.